Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there's 3.
3 cameras.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. You good? You comfortable?
£2.10 for the green tea, but other than that, I'm all right.
I mean, that's
Outrageous.
crazy.
Plus, the woman who works here walked me up to the bar. I thought I'd get a cup of tea.
Yeah.
So I dragged my gay ass on the way down here in 80-degree weather, but instead, the barkeep looks at me and goes, £2.10. I'm like, wow, I better be really green. And he looks at me like he's angry. I'm like, it's not my fucking fault. You didn't do better in school.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, if you've got to bear the brunt of it. If you. So it's just green tea. It's just basic green tea.
I could have bought a box at Sainsbury's for lunch. I made myself 20 cups.
But it's a Soho Theatre. It's a lovely venue. Yeah.
It's the biggest mic I've ever
It's
seen.
a lovely microphone.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah. I mean, because you're doing the interview circuit a little bit at the moment. Has anyone had as big a microphone?
Yours is the largest I've seen so far.
The largest microphone.
And the shiniest, too.
Well, I mean, I hope I keep that title.
It was nice to have a covered head.
Beautiful. So, Soho Theatre. Now, you're doing your show, Islamohomophobia. Is that what it's called? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's next week?
No, it starts the 6th of June.
Okay.
So it's a week from next Wednesday. And then runs the 10th till the 10th. Uh-huh. It's 5 nights.
Yeah, new show.
Uh-huh.
Is it? So this is the first time you're doing it at the Soho Theatre?
Yeah, it's probably going to
Yeah.
It's going to be it's a big mistake doing that, probably. But anyway, yes. I just had rehearsal yesterday. And my director was like, you got to fix this. So I got a lot of work to do. He said it might be easier because it's so confusing if you color code everything. So I know what goes with what. I'm like, really? Like at university? He said, yeah, like that. Because I don't know what any of this is.
So color code your scripts, you mean? Or?
Yeah, there's 3 stories going on at once. There
Okay.
is my marriage, which is not really a marriage, it's a civil partnership because I'm homosexual.
Oh.
Yeah, we lit up on that. And then, don't be alone with that thing. So yes, there's that. And then there's the way it's affected by religion. So I talk about the Quran a lot.
Oh yeah.
Which I finally read some.
So you've read the whole of it? Oh no, just
I
a bit of
say
it.
that. Just the funny parts. And then,
Enough.
Just the parts about me. And then, and then I talk about my mother's death. So there's a couple elements of the show I did in Edinburgh last August.
Yeah, because that was about your mother's death.
Right, but unlike Madonna, if you didn't enjoy it the first time around, you're going to get it again. So it's my greatest hits repeated. But it's a good show, and I think that it didn't feel fully fleshed. Fully flushed might be the appropriate term, but fully fleshed out.
Yeah.
In Edinburgh, so I'm fleshing it.
Okay, yeah. So you weren't happy with it, or?
Wow, you're really hostile. Maybe you should have some tea. No, I was fine with it. I liked the run, and actually, it was a good experience for me. But I made some money in Edinburgh, which is unusual for people.
Oh, God.
Anyway, yeah, I think that it needed some more looking at, and I was talking about the Quran, but in a very lighthearted way, which is fine. Mm-hmm. But then I did a set in, I think, November or December here in town, and a lot of the security guards, the guys on the door in clubs in Leicester Square, are of Muslim descent.
Uh-huh.
So, one guy who worked at a club watched my set and then said he was going to kill me. That he was going to kill me.
It was a genuine death
Yes,
threat.
that he said that luckily his religion preached peace and order, or else he would have to kill me right then.
Uh-huh.
And so they fired him, not to protect me, but because he made a difference.
Okay, yeah.
And I put in a complaint.
Yeah.
But then the other Muslim guy who worked there said, "Oh, you can talk about the religion, but just don't mention Muhammad or the Quran." And I said, "Why don't you fuck off and go and live in the country where you can tell people what they can and can't say?"
Okay.
But here in the UK, we say we like.
Yeah.
He said, "Well, people are going to walk out." I'm like, "They can fucking do what they like. People walk out all the time. They got to catch a train, but I don't care why people leave.
Yeah.
Because they're wasting their money. They go home and beat their wives. I get to stay and tell my dick jokes." You can piss off. It really made me angry. It really. I thought, and I said to him, if I was a straight guy, would you be giving me instruction? Also, by the way, if I was talking about the black community, or the Chinese community, or Catholics, or Jews, or anyone else, would you be telling me what I can and can't say about them? I don't think you would.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to help you out, man. I'm like, don't call me man, and don't call me mate. You got like that. And he actually, it was me being offensive. I think he was just trying to help me out.
Yeah.
I think he actually liked my act. We made up afterwards. It's the best sex I've ever had. But I think Very violent, thank God. And I think he was tore my nipple off with his finger. And I think that he was actually trying to give me some guidance, like how to keep the people in the room.
Yeah.
But that's not up to me how to keep people in the room.
Yeah.
I'm not even obligated to fucking entertain these cunts. They can do whatever they like.
Yeah.
You got an idea you want to share? Do it. I mean, it's not a classroom. I'm not giving a seminar. Really, because I'm going to say it and say it.
It is what it is. You're not going to make an apology for that.
Well,
I mean, is there any part of you that's...
You can't tell a comic what they can and can't say. It's like throwing down a gauntlet. Before you know it, that's all we can think about on stage. Oh, you can't talk about Maddie McCann. Oh, God, I won't. God, Maddie McCann. If you tell a comic in a TV audition, please don't use a swear word. All they're thinking in their head is cunt, 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 cunt. That's all. Because we're all damaged children, all of us anyway. And then comics were dropped on our heads. And our only defense is verbal discourse. I mean, that's why comedy is so effeminate.
Yeah.
Because it's a verbal response to a conflict or to an uncomfortable situation.
Yeah.
So, my mistake, if I've made them on stage, has been physically becoming engaged with various audience members. I should have never punched that woman in the head 2 years ago, but I did. And it's always women, too, because they really see comedy clubs as safe spaces.
Right,
And security guards will not touch them, so they're up in their faces like this. A woman...
So you
at this one club I just told you stabbed a guy in the eye last year and blinded him, a security guard. In the eye with a pen. Stabbed him in the eye with a pen. He kicked her out. She came back with a pen. No. This stuff happens with women. No, I wouldn't say all the time, but much more frequently than you'd imagine. And it almost never happens with men, because they will throw a man out.
Yeah.
But they won't pick a woman up. And I think people feel an obligation to heckle sometimes, which is great. I love heckling. It's fine. But what I don't want is you to call me something that you wouldn't say to somebody else. Like, if you call me a sad fucking queer, that's like calling a black comic, a bloated nigger. Now, if that guy sets the club on fire, then he'll be, justified in most people's minds.
Okay, yeah.
So if you pull that trigger with me, I'm going to pull the trigger back. It's like, it's not about being grand or defending freedom of speech, but I can't be restricted. I'm not an actor with a script in my hand. I'm not relying on somebody else.
But I mean, are you immediately drawn to the taboos? If there is a taboo, you'll go forward.
I think it's like the Bible.
Okay.
It's like, why can we talk about this text in this one? We can't. How
But
can we
there
set
is
this
that
one on fire
subtext
when we can't
there.
rip this one up? Of course, I'm aware that people get morbidly upset about it here. God, it's mostly because comedy's so middle class. Mostly white people in Hampstead get all worked up. But again, I don't care about their sensibilities. I don't mean to sound awful. When I say I don't care, it's like, we're not friends. There's a buffer. I don't know them. There's no pretense that I'm caring.
It's a professional,
Well, if you want someone
job.
who cares, hire a juggler or go to a children's party. I'm not there to care about your needs.
Yeah, and you're not there for an audience to like
I'm
you.
there to do my 20-minute set and get my 120 pounds and fuck off. That's what I'm there to do.
But I mean, I hear a thing about some people say the most important thing in comedy is likability, but you don't agree.
It's so embarrassing.
But,
the thing is, they say that, but they don't really mean it. Nobody thinks that their jokes are going to make them likable. Because all your jokes do mostly is offend. They're going to offend some people. If you want to be likable, look. Oh, God. Most people aren't. Let's try the very beginning.
Okay.
Most people have no sense of humor. Right? And they're in comedy clubs as an audience member because they're cunts. Because they cannot entertain themselves. So they're looking for you to amuse them.
Right, yeah. That's where you work from.
They've hired you to amuse them. So I, in turn, do what I think is funny. Now, what I think is funny might not make someone like me. I don't care if people like me. They don't know me. How can comics want to be like? No one knows you. It's weird.
Yeah, but if you're doing your show and you want people to come to your show, they need to have at least affection for you.
No,
or like what
I don't think they do.
But liking what you do is like.
But that's not liking me.
I
agree with you. I think they have to want to be. With any comedy, any good comedy, they want to be challenged. They want to hear something different from what they're used to. They want to be moved a bit. They want to be shaken up a bit, right? I mean, if you want to get a positive reflection of yourself, buy a fucking mirror. I think going out is very difficult. Seeing live performance is a lot of work. It is. It's hard.
Right.
To hire sitters, get a parking space. It's expensive, right?
Yeah.
And so to do that, don't bring your girlfriend or boyfriend. It's not a date. If it is, make sure that you both want to see comedy. It's not an obligation. It's like, go because you want to be, you want someone to disagree with you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no, totally.
I mean, sometimes people get offended And I wonder, why do you assume I disagree with you anyway?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't. Maybe you're not listening. I mean, the likability factor is for people that want to be TV presenters. I mean, if you want to, look, if you're not writing your own material like some of these comics are, and you're going to Edinburgh and you're 25, you have floppy hair, and you want people to like you because you want to host a show on BBC One on Saturday nights, that's fine. If you want to make money and be like, well, that's great. I didn't come into it to make money. I was an actor before. It sort of happened. I could have been a doctor or a lawyer. I was studying economics when I happened into it.
Yeah.
I could have done a lot of things to make money.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a white middle-class male from the wealthy suburbs with a family who supports me and everything I do. I had loads of options. I've had everything handed to me on a Golden May platter. I chose this because this was something I was naturally adept at.
You had something to say? You wanted to get it out there?
I didn't then. I've discovered my voice.
Oh,
in the last
it's
10 or
come
12 years.
later.
But I was always kind of amusing and funny. I was kind of nerdy, tall, weird. I was a bit geeky. And the gay thing, even though I knew about it, I didn't tell many people until later. But I knew it was something else that set me apart. A bit different.
Do you worry about that being the prominent thing, though? That you're a gay comic?
I just had some Norwegian comics take me to lunch and tell me the whole act didn't have to be about my being gay. The weird thing was, in Norway, you know, I'm not getting every word, but also I was doing 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So I said, well, if you want to see a full show, then bring me over for an hour, and then I'll show you what else I can do. I mean, I do use the gay thing to go back to sometimes to twist it and make it funny. If I feel like it's getting a bit too grand in the room or a bit too stuffy, then I'll you know. And people are comfortable with gay men in terms of hearing about their partying and their sex.
I mean, it's something that's changed, isn't it? In the culture now, we're comfortable with.
Yeah, maybe
it's
about
more
the sex
accepting,
thing. Maybe a bit, yeah. But I think.
But does that make
I
you?
think the likability factor is still about comics who are camp but asexual, like the ones you have on TV here.
Okay. Is the gay thing though? Is that did that used to be a shock value thing that you use that you can't use anymore?
I didn't used to because I didn't come out for a long time on stage, and then when I did, everybody was like, "Oh, finally, we're all new." And then I was nice for a long time. My first show that I won the Perry for in '94, I was really, it was a coming of age story about my coming up. I was very kind and gentle. I think I don't look at stuff thinking I'm going to shock people. I'm not interested in that.
No?
I don't do jokes about the Korean because I want people to get scared. You know?
Right.
I do it because I think it's a compliment. I do it because Nika Byrne, who runs the Perry panel and organized a lot of shows in Edinburgh, she told me a couple years ago, why isn't anyone talking about the Koran? I'm like, yeah, it's true. She said it's one thing people should be talking about and nobody is. Yeah, and now you still hear, you still read, why don't comics talk about the Koran? I'm like, hello, but they don't want to hear it. And I thought, well, fair enough, because really I'm scanning it. I'm not really delving into it. So this show, I had a personal experience with some kids chasing me with a broken beer bottle in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
And then all these posters and flyers talking about getting the gays out of London, making London a gay-free zone.
Right.
Put up by the local mosque. And I thought, well, I went to my council with those flyers, and they were like, there's nothing we can do about this. It's freedom of speech.
Really?
So it became a big cause in The Guardian. They got rid of it, but eventually. But had they said, let's burn the Chinese, they would have come down. You know what I mean? It was again them. And it's like, it's not about me so much, because I've been really fortunate. I mean, I've been pretty lucky with audiences and critics and all that stuff. But it's more about, like, I don't like the way disenfranchised people are treated badly in a culture that's as rich in every way as this one. I think the strength of any culture you live in is the way they deal with people who are on the fringe.
Yeah.
And a lot of gay men and women are. And so you can't treat them like they're garbage, like they're human feces. You can't. So, it's not a cause, it's just, I guess it's just a way I look at things through that light, which is, you've got to correct this.
Is it nice to be doing your own show after doing the chat show? Is it,
it's great. Different. I like doing the chat show because it's fun, and the weight of the show isn't fully on me. It goes on other people. I really like that.
Exactly. Yeah. And I suppose, is it quite dependent on the guests you get though, and you can blame it on them if it doesn't go well? Or?
Well, it can be. I mean, we've had guests on who we thought would be great and bubbly, but it's been a while since they've frozen. We kind of learned. I mean, we recently had this online star on that we thought was going to be amazing, and then it turned out they were very nervous and wanted a script to hide them. We did all that, and then they weren't as responsive as I hoped they'd be.
Right.
But David and I kind of decided, the coast and I kind of decided if we have a car crash on now and then, it's probably a good thing. We're not scared of it anymore.
So did you almost aim for that now? You want a car crash?
We want a headline, and then we want an emerging act. And then if a car crash appears, then that's fine. Oftentimes we're the car crash ourselves. Because David's an alcoholic. No, I'm kidding. So we like to shake it up that way a little bit.
Yeah. No, I see.
Your sound guy's bored.
No, he wanders around.
All right.
He's a rover.
All right.
It's all good.
You're the cutest couple on earth. You two are.
Oh,
But you should eat something. You should eat something. You're so skinny.
But there's nothing of you either.
You're so sweet. I'm fat. I'm carrying all my weight right here.
Well, no, I keep seeing your tweets saying that. Wasn't it you?
That. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm putting on. Who cares? But I'll be 50 soon, and that's why I'm going to watch it.
Well, I mean, it's very good. Well, you think you're fat, do you? Or...
I have skinny flat.
Okay, which is fine.
Really?
Yeah.
Skinny flat is fine.
Of course. Yeah. You don't like it?
When you say that, I'm assuming you're probably heterosexual. Like women pretty much will fuck anything. But with gay guys, you want to stay in the mix. No, I don't. And I don't like it anyway. I do yoga. I got to get my feet up in the air every day. I stay light.
Oh, right. So that's sort of a regime that you keep up, is it?
Yeah, I don't eat meat or sugar. I try not to eat sugar.
You don't eat meat, so you're a vegetarian?
Well, I eat a bit of fish. The red meat's bad.
But it's all about the weight thing, is it?
I try to avoid... No, it's just about feeling heavy. I try to avoid bread. It's poison. And sugar. And I don't drink. I don't drink milk.
But then I suppose being a performer, you're kind of always in the public eye and you always feel like you're being judged, maybe. I'm
pretty harsh on myself.
That's you're your worst critic, you think?
Yeah, but also, I want my weapon to stay fit.
Right. Okay. You want to.
It's about stamina.
I mean, because you're nearly 50, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you honestly don't.
Why are you throwing that at me? It's okay for me to say that, but not for you. Yeah, but yeah. So I want to stay. Yeah.
You want to stay in sort of fighting form. Yeah. So now, are you going to do some more chat shows then? Are you coming back to Edinburgh this year?
I'm not going back.
No, don't like it, or?
Well, I've done it 14 times.
Okay.
I like it, okay, but I don't want to go back this year. I'm going to go to America on July 1st for 6 weeks because I don't really want to tolerate the Olympics.
Right, you're against them completely, are you?
Completely opposed to the Olympics in every way.
Right, okay.
No, I don't care about them. They're fine, but I don't want to be... I'm too obsessed from them. I'm too close. And I thought I'd make a fortune on my flats, so I put it online, but I haven't rented it yet. I think that's all hype.
Oh, right.
Unless you live in Stratford. I think it might be hype. So anyway, we're trying, and then I want to bring my partner to visit my family. Although, I don't know, he might not make it. I might be going on my honeymoon alone again.
Yeah. But it's your family are all in America. You want to? Yeah.
I'm Italian. I'm Italian.
You are Italian, right? Okay.
I have Italian citizenship. So some of my family are from Italy, but the vast majority of them are in the U.S.
Oh, sure. Okay. Well, I suppose it's nice to get back there. But I mean, do you feel like you're going to miss out on the big event of the Olympics?
No, I don't. I'll see it on TV. I would like to see Tom dive.
Oh, Tom Daly.
I've been cruising him since he was 12. He's so cute. He's just at Waterstones on a dive. He just turned 18 2 years ago. On Waterstones on a
So it's all right now?
Yeah, it's fine now. Yeah. On a diving, a little fake diving where they built for him in a tiny Speedo.
Right, yeah.
It was a bunch of teenage girls and about 40 gay men jacking off in the back. He's so hot. He's so hot.
Right. But I mean, you'll see him closer in the TV. I mean, if you got
I want to have his age, baby. I just want to lick every part of him. Tom Daly, right? I want his tiny body, all of it, shoved inside of me, right? Feet up, just stuff it back in.
It's a beautiful image.
Thank you.
I mean, it's lovely.
Just his hair touching fabric, that's all. I love him!
So I've
been a fan of divers for a long time. That sounds dirty, but I used to be friends with Greg Louganis. I was friends with Greg Louganis. Do you know him? You don't know Greg Louganis? Yeah, he's a famous diver. Do you know him?
Right,
You're too young. You're a child. How old are you?
20 now.
Oh my god. Seriously?
Yeah. Well,
why are you asking me questions? I should be asking you 20?
20. Did you think I was younger, older?
I think you should be in the green room with cocaine on your car. 20's too young to do anything. So yes, Greg Louganis is the most famous diver of all time, and he went to my university.
Okay, yeah. Well, it's good to know. It's nice when the interview sort of turned to
nobodies. He's great though. He's gay.
Oh, right. Well, good to know.
Yeah.
Again,
He's out. He has AIDS too. I know. You know about this? He's the one who whacked his head on the diving board during the Olympics in like '96 or something, and it got blood on the diving board. Everyone freaked out. You know about this?
God, no. We're not all
You don't care about the Olympics then either.
No, I'm not a sport. I'm not a sporty person.
Really?
No.
I would have never guessed that. No idea.
Oh, the sarcasm.
You have very thick forearms, though.
Thick forearms?
Yeah.
They're thin, aren't they?
No, I mean compared to the rest of you.
Oh, okay.
Your left one especially. You're left-handed.
No, I'm right-handed. But I'm a bit ambidextrous, you know.
Is that a code?
Good to know. No.
Right.
I'm literally saying I've got the strength, quite good strength on each hand.
Really?
Anyway, your show,
Yeah.
Scott. What is the plan for it?
I plan to avoid being kidnapped or murdered by a Muslim fundamentalist. That's my hope. And then, I don't know. We're doing it here. I mean, I always like doing things in Edinburgh. I'm thinking, I'd love to do this down at the Soho Theatre, so this year I'm just going to skip the Edinburgh run and do it here. And then see what happens with it. I think we're trying to invite people. Maybe it could tour. I can't imagine touring in the UK with that title. It's not going to go anywhere. I'd like to go to Australia. I was banned from Australia in 2001 for masturbating on a children's TV program live. Very touching. And I know.
Yeah. I mean, you say we're living in the 21st century.
But you would think. Well, I thought. And then, so they got very touchy. So I'm trying to get back into there. Maybe I'll bring the show over there.
Yeah.
I'd like to take it to Norway and Sweden. That's this interview's interrupting my Swedish correspondence. And then I might do it in San Francisco. They do a festival there. Although Americans are so funny, they want money from you up front.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's strange. A different culture again. Yeah.
Edinburgh's like that too.
Right. Yeah. Well, no, totally. And there's not very much. There's just not much money in Edinburgh at all, really.
Well, someone's making money, but I think it might be the alcohol. Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of people are less keen to go to the Fringe because it has changed somewhat. It's something very different to what it was.
Yeah. It's very different.
Is that part of the reason you're not going? Would you be
going?
Well,
if I had a new show I loved that was ready, I might have taken it up. And I did contact a couple of venues, but I didn't like the deals I was offered.
No? Different wrong rooms, or?
I just didn't like the deals. I just didn't see how I could break even on the deals they were offering, even if I'd sold out. And I just thought, I don't need to go, and I don't... You know, and I was also thinking about renting my flat out, making some money on it. And again, I wanted my husband to meet my family. It just seemed like the right time to go to America this summer.
Yeah.
And then, if I want, it's always there, Edinburgh. You know, it's always there.
Yeah, exactly. It's not going to go anywhere.
No.
Despite the rumours. I mean, they do say, you know, the Fringe might... Wasn't it a couple of years ago that it might not carry on because...
Oh, the council always says shit.
But the thing is, it will happen. It will just happen. Because it's been happened for such a long time.
And the council's hated it since the 1950s, so... But no, it'll be fine. It'll always be fine. As long as there's, you know, desperate families with nothing to do.
Okay.
Why, are you going to go up?
I go up every year just to watch them. I'm not a performer in any way. Although I have, you know, dabbled, but not good. I'm too young. You see youngsters do stand up, and it's wrong. I think.
Really?
I mean, I don't want to see a 20-year-old preach at me. I mean, you think what? If
but Daniel Sloss is huge now, isn't he? He's like he's 15 or something, right? Is he good?
He's older than me.
Right. Oh, really? Oh, well. Is he ancient? Is he good?
It's not my cup of tea.
Oh.
No, I think that's the problem. It's fine for people who like that sort of thing.
He's cute. I like his.
But is that reason enough?
You're doing fine by it.
Okay.
And he's got an ass like a girl, which I like.
He's got a
ass like a girl.
Right. Okay, that's good for you.
I like it. But I don't go see much comedy. That's my allergies. No, I'm fine. I don't know. No, don't get a glass of water. I don't see much stand-up because because I'm working so much in clubs, so I don't really go very often.
Yeah, I mean, but do you worry if you saw loads of stand-up, would you be picking stuff up? There's not much left.
What do you mean?
And both of us have drank out of that.
Perfect. I was thinking about like it must kill me. I don't. You know, I think stand-up's a great form of entertainment. I'd like to see it more casually. I just don't have a chance to. I work so much.
Yeah, I mean, and I suppose because you're established now, you're not going to be picking stuff up from people. Because I think something Paul Merton said.
With osmosis.
Well, Paul Merton said that he doesn't want to see people because he might pick up lines inadvertently.
No, I don't ever do that. I just don't do it because if I've tried when I was younger, a couple of comics wrote lines for me. We're now writers for TV, both of them, and they're great lines. I just can't do them. I can never find a way to do it. And they were giving me gestures I could use. I'm like, it never works. My stuff is so self-referential that I never.
Yeah.
I know what Paul means though. And when I first started out, when I was fresh, I did pick up patter from other comics.
Yeah.
Intonation, where I sounded like other people, even though I wasn't stealing any punchlines. A couple of females in the States I worked with a lot when I was first starting out, and I think I still sound a bit like them in terms of my tangential nature. I think I borrowed that from a comic in the States, the way she does it. And I think if anybody, if I was going to emulate anyone in terms of language use, it would be Greg Proops. But I don't sound. Greg's a genius, and I don't sound like him right now.
Okay. Yeah. But I think eventually it's you that's going to shine through because you are you, and you're going to find your own way of doing it.
Yeah, that's the whole point. I mean, you see a lot of young people now, I think, or even older people, who've been influenced by huge names in this country, comically, and you can hear them kind of trying to copy the pattern of maybe Eddie Izzard, or even John Richardson, or even somebody like Rich Hall, or these names that people are kind of, or even like Mickey Flanagan, these people that are big now.
Yeah.
There are people coming up that try to, but you really have to find the most important thing is finding your own voice.
Although, I mean, you've heard Stuart Lee talk about how he picked up a load of stuff from people when he first started, and there's no shame in that, but you've got to overcome that.
But I think eventually you find your own way.
But then the trouble is, I've said before, but if you're young and you're captured by the spotlight too much, that process of finding who you are, that's sort of in the public eye.
Yeah. I don't know.
You don't have time to develop.
Again, I don't. The stuff I watch on TV seems so filtered that I don't know what I'm watching.
I don't like.
I just don't know if it had anything to do with the comic. I mean, it's very filtered.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, do you think it's getting a bit better? I mean, so I think Stuart's stuff again was very good on the TV.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. But you could never do what you do on the TV. Do you think?
I have, but I don't now, and I don't know if Stuart, liked what he saw when he saw stuff on TV. I think him live is so exhilarating.
Oh yeah.
I thought his TV show was great, but I think it's always better to see a comic live.
There's nothing quite like.
Because he included some heckling on that show. I remember some guy was heckling and then left, and I thought it looked funny on the camera. It looked rehearsed a little bit. But of course it wasn't, and in person it would have been really.
But there's something exciting about sort of live.
Yeah, I mean the whole purpose of the whole thing about stand-up is it changes every night. It's not on paper most of it.
Yeah, totally.
So you've got to see it live to really enjoy it.
It's been a pleasure, Scott.
Oh,
thank you for coming. And
soft.